I'm Hayden, and this is my husband, Aaron. We're on a mission to visit every country in the world. We just made it to Costa Rica, our 7th country. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of our Costa Rica series. We go on some wild adventures you won't want to miss. Today, we're at Manuel Antonio National Park because it's one of the best places to spot a sloth. Come along to see if we can find one.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Manuel Antonio National Park. We've just entered. It's 7 a.m. The park just opened, and so far we're the only people here. We're excited today. We're hoping to see some sloths. That's the goal, and that's why we're here so early. And right off the bat, we see Howler Monkeys. Yeah, we're just watching monkeys right above us. So Manuel Antonio is the smallest national park here in Costa Rica. There are 29 in total, but this one's the smallest and the most popular, probably because you can see so much wildlife here. There's this really neat lizard that's just straight up camouflage. Like,
I can't seem to do it.
No way we would have been able to see that if we didn't have a guide. So we've spotted a Central American agouti, which is the largest rodents that they have here. And he's just out there munching on something. So he's kind of like a mix of a squirrel and a rabbit. And they can grow up to 10 pounds. He's cute. He's cute. He's out there munching.
This place is crazy. The amount of wildlife here that we've seen that we would have missed if we not had a guide is incredible.
Back on the hunt for a sloth.
So we just spotted a land crab, and they are really helpful for oxidizing the forest, and they live in between the forest and what would be mangroves. So these burrow, they dig holes, and they live in the holes, which is how they help oxidize the forest growth. And he was big. He was a big guy. We saw earlier the tree climbing crab, and he was just a little guy. Pretty neat.
To see the big one, that's the female, and the red tiny guy that you see, that's the male.
We just got to see little teeny tiny bats chilling out underneath this tree branch, and I have no idea how she's been spotting this stuff because it's all super camouflaged. Like we wouldn't have seen anything if we didn't have a guide. We normally don't recommend guides, but we do here.
Very small. Yeah, that's a little baby.
Well, we just hit the jackpot. We saw an anteater up in a tree, and they say that's better than a sloth sighting because you never see those. It was a baby one too, so he was just like out and about. Apparently they're nocturnal, so our guide is like, that's it, we're done for the day because it's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah, we were just walking along and I could hear something happening above us, and so I just kind of lagged behind, and then all of a sudden I spotted its butt moving around up there. And I was like, what is that? So,
friggin' anteater, who knew?
Who knew?
We've spotted a sloth, a two-toed sloth, and there's a baby with them. Baby with her. I can't see it with the naked eye. I don't know how these people see this. It's nuts. I'm so excited.
We saw a sloth. Two-toed sloth with a little baby. He's asleep right now.
So sloths here, because this park is so small, they don't have a lot of predators. So generally in Costa Rica or in Central America, we have jaguars. And so the jaguars can climb trees and they eat the sloths. But here, their main predator would be an eagle, because the sloths are only up to 10 pounds. So they can get picked up by an eagle and also boa constrictors, so they can get eaten by a boa constrictor. So these two-toed sloths are nocturnal. Right now this one is sleeping with her baby. She got a little baby in her arms. So they're like basically camouflaged right now. She's hiding in between like palm fronds and everything, so she wouldn't get picked off by an eagle. How nuts would that be? So a common misconception about sloths is that they only go to the bathroom in the same place for their entire lives. It's not entirely true. They only move around every couple of days and they don't go very far. But once a week they go down to the bottom of the trees and that's where they'll go to the bathroom. Imagine going to the bathroom only once a week. Like what? And they're herbivores, so they're basically just only in certain kinds of trees because that's what they can eat.
Veganos.
Veganos. Perezosos, that's what they call them, which means lazy. And that's what this trail is called. It's the Perezoso Trail, which means lazy in Español. That's what they call sloths. We've done it. We've spotted the three-toed sloth, which means we've pretty much seen everything there is to see here in Manuel. That's not true. That's not true at all. I'm sure there's so many other things to see, but we've seen both types of sloths. This guy is just sleeping in a tree. No idea how she found him. I still can't see him. It's pretty exciting. So we're done with our tour, which was literally freaking amazing. Like, stop what you're doing right now and make sure you get a guide when you come to Manuel Antonio National Park. We saw monkeys, we saw two-toed and three-toed sloths, we saw a bunch of different kinds of crabs. What else did we see? We saw bats, we saw lizards, like we saw all the cool things.
We saw an anteater.
An anteater.
We saw a 10-pound rat-looking thing, rat squirrel rabbit thing. We'll go ahead and leave the contact information for the tour guide we used in the description below.
So now we're at the beach and we found a little secluded like thing right here down at the end, and we're gonna change into our suits and get in the water because it's hot. I am sweaty. I'm ready. So we've been just sitting here enjoying the beach for the last hour or so. Starting to get a little bit more crowded. At first we were like the only people here and people are starting to show up. And so I think what we're gonna do is get dressed and head out of the park and go to lunch, which I'm pretty excited about. We're always excited about lunch. And there it is. We saw the last thing on our way out of here. Capuchin Monkeys just running across the path right in front of us. Pretty cool. It's freaking hot, so we're ready for some lunch. So we've come to Casa Planta, which is a restaurant by Matthew Kenny. We ordered a couple of things, as we do. I don't even remember what we got, but I'm excited about it. And we got friggin' pina coladas, and they're delicious. Just like trying to cool down. We walked here from the national park. It's like a 15-minute walk, and it's not that far, but it's so freaking hot outside that we walked in just like drenched in sweat and like soaking wet, and they were like, We're like, hi, we're trying to live. Can you feed us food, please? Thank you. So, we'll show you some food.
As per usual, we've ordered a little bit of everything. So I'm going to start us off with the smoked hummus, which looks incredible. You can see the little bit of paprika left on top. It's a little oily. Looks like it might have like a chipotle almost type of flavor. So pretty stoked. It looks like it's definitely made very fresh. So, oh, it smells good. It's not as smoky as I expected it to be. Definitely fresh, super fresh, but very good.
So I'm obsessed with hearts of palm, and I just eat them raw. I had no idea you could like deep fry them and like panko and crust them. I think this is like a ketchup dip. Oh my god, that's freaking incredible. I've never had like a hot one. I always expect it to be like just cold out of the jar. That's how I eat them.
Next up is the garbanzo bowl, which is our garbanzo beans over a bed of rice. And then we've got plantains, some arugula, and avocado. And it's topped with a coconut cumin chutney. I don't know why I expected that to be cold for some reason, but it's hot. But it's really good. The garbanzo beans actually are pretty soft, so they've lost a little bit of their crunch, but the coconut really helps kind of tie everything together. That's really good.
Okay, so we got a vegan burger. I don't think there's any patty on here. It's just like avocado and tomato and like some mushrooms. But I expected there to be some kind of substantial patty, and there's not. So it's just avocado. It's also very messy. So actually there's like onions maybe and some peppers in there that has a really nice kind of like barbecue type flavor to it, but I don't know. I'm not sure this is worth $12 for like a piece of bread and some avocado. Oh, we got a better view. Yes.
I really hope that's on camera. If you like pina coladas, getting copyright claims.
Can we order 2 more pina coladas?
Can we just order a pitcher?
Oh, is that a thing? Yeah, why not? We're not driving.
I was telling Hayden, growing up in the Midwest, we can deep fry anything. You want butter? Deep fried. Pepsi? Deep fried. Twinkies and Oreos? Deep fried. And then it's topped with a coconut cumin curry. Sorry, coconut cumin. And it's topped with a coconut cumin chutney.
Which I don't like mushrooms, so screw those. Whoa.